There's no boss.
Good afternoon. I'm Sergeant Barron with the Oakland Sheriff's Office. I'd like to welcome everyone to the graduation of 22-5. Graduating class 22-5, please be seated. Again, I'd like to welcome everyone. I'd also like to recognize our command staff that has made themselves available. So Sheriff, Major Perry, Captain Vita, Captain Snyder, lieutenants, sergeant, and the deputies that showed up. I'm greatly appreciative, as so is the class. To start this off, I always tell people that every class for me in Deputy Babyak is unique. We always get different personalities, and we never know how they're going to turn out. This class was unique in that some of them were hired, a month before you started the academy. And what am I going to do with them? I'm like, oh, well, some of them will paint or clean the buildings for us. So we tested their mettle in that regard, and they stayed. So I'm very appreciative for it. But we're so excited to recognize them today. So opening remarks will come from the sheriff, Sheriff Bouchard.
Well, good afternoon. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I think we need some more caffeine in this group. Yeah. Try it again. How are you?
Great!
See, this is graduation day. We should have a little, here we go, and Labor Day weekend, and you're seeing your loved ones, embark on this next phase of their career. So let's get a little excited. Congratulations to all of you in the class. We're appreciative of having you join our team and looking forward to what you write in the future of your career book. I know we have the best training staff on the planet, and they've got you on a path to be prepared, to be professional and safe in a tough, an increasingly tough profession. So we're excited to have you welcome. If there's any more at home, we're still hiring. We really want to get to full levels of employment so we can reduce some of the overtime and have people have a little more personal time with their friends and family. So to that point, family members, thank you for allowing your loved ones to do what they have been called to do, and that's to make a difference, but sometimes the hours are not great, and obviously you probably have some fear about the things they might face, but again, with the training staff we have and the team that we have, yep, I know. We don't let anything get in our way. We take a bull, right? That's Max, one of our comfort dogs, by the way. We have 8 of them, 2 more coming Monday. But, we have, I think, an amazing team, but it really can't happen without family and friends supporting them in this kind of calling. And I call it a calling rather than a job because, we all know the hours aren't great and the pay's not great. So why do people do it? Because they want to make a difference. They want to get up in the morning knowing they're doing a job that makes a difference, that you're touching lives, sometimes at the worst moment of their lives, and you're keeping a community safe. There's not a lot of professions where you can say that every day I get out of bed, I might save a life, I might make a difference to somebody that will be something they remember for the rest of their life. And you've joined that profession. But again, it's not easy, and without the support of your loved ones, we wouldn't be here. So we're excited to have you. As you all know, it's a challenging time in law enforcement. A lot of false rhetoric out there, but the men and women of law enforcement have great hearts. So don't listen to all the crap that you listen to on TV and radio about demonizing the men and women of law enforcement. Sure, there's going to be a few that are outliers, but the statistic that I keep telling people when they're watching these shows is, let's say there's 100 terrible incidents a year in policing, which I think is way too high. It's a handful, right? There's 800, 900,000 police officers in America. So if you're a CPA, you would call that statistically insignificant. That doesn't diminish a terrible act, absolutely not. But there's no context. There's no putting it in some kind of big picture thing. And I say, when you look at the medical profession, by their own numbers, they, through negligence or malfeasance or malpractice, kill between 250,000 and 400,000 people every year. And yet, we're the ones they hold hearings in Washington about. Because we're so high profile. Everybody's got a cell phone, and everybody can see everything we do 24/7. And if we do one thing wrong, you're going to see it on every little town's television 50 times. But you never see any other profession like that. And so that drives this false narrative that police are broken, police are bad, police have to be reformed. Absolutely, we have to continue to find ways to be better, smarter, more professional. Any career profession has to do that. We're not broken. I give you the men and women of this sheriff's office and the men that are joining us here today. That's not a broken group of people. That's a group of character-driven, quality people. So thank you for taking your time to be here and celebrate this graduation. Enjoy them this hopefully long weekend and have some fun. Max is certainly excited to be here, you can tell. But we really appreciate y'all being here. And we're excited to have you join our team. And seriously, if you know anybody else, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Each class nominates a graduating deputy to be their class spokesperson. This class, Deputy John Mullins is a spokesperson. So, John?
Thank you, Sergeant Barron. Good afternoon, everyone. As Sergeant Barron just said, I am Deputy John Mullins, and I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone who joined us here today. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Sheriff Bouchard and all of the upper command that came to our graduation today. I'd also like to give a very special thanks to Sergeant Barron and Supervisor Babyak, as well as all the instructors who we've had throughout these last 8 weeks who've devoted so much of their time and effort into training us to be the best deputies that we can be. Finally, I'd like to thank all the family and friends of the graduates in attendance today. Your love and support was an essential part of getting us to this day, and I know myself and all my classmates are eternally grateful. We started the academy 8 weeks ago, like I'm sure all others before us have. Excited, anxious, and eager to overcome all the challenges we'd face and to get to this moment where we're sitting right now. Little did we know what was in store for us in between. From early morning PT sessions in the muggy gym at the training center, strengthening our bodies and making us more physically fit to perform our duties, to uniform inspections where we meticulously inspected each other for the tiniest of strings, teaching us to pay attention to the smallest detail. We then endured the grueling gauntlet of pest, where we were pushed to our physical and mental limits to show each of us that when you think you're done with nothing left, that you can and must push yourself to go even further. We took that 5-second ride when we received the taser training, showing us it not only functions as a good weapon, but it's also an effective tool. Finally, and everyone's favorite experience in the academy was pepper spray exposure. It proved to us that even with fiery pain and a severe lack of vision, with enough mental fortitude, you're never out of the fight. The accumulation of these experiences and the extensive knowledge given to us from our classes, coupled with the passion and firsthand experience of our instructors, is by far some of the finest training that any new recruit could hope to receive. I firmly believe that these last 8 weeks laid the most solid foundation possible for us going into what I hope are very long and successful careers for all of us graduates here today. To my fellow classmates, it's been an absolute honor to have gone through these last 8 weeks with each of you. We've all grown so much in such a short period of time, and I personally couldn't be proud to call each and every single one of you my partner. While a great accomplishment to graduate from this academy, the road ahead remains even more rigorous. We're going to be pushed and challenged in CTO in the coming weeks, and even more so as we progress further down the road in our careers. In those times you feel tired and unable to push any further, reminisce back on all we learned right here at the very beginning of our careers, and know that whatever challenges you may face, you never again have to face them alone. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today, and remember, never quit.
If you guys could please stand. If your representative of who wants to come up and pin the badge on the graduating deputies could please come forward. Also, if there's family members that want to take pictures, please come up here. I've told the deputies to move around, make themselves available for pictures, so you guys need to face that way. And then please come up here. If there's, again, this is a once a moment here, so if there's someone that needs to take a picture, please come up here. The pinning of a deputy is recognizing hard work and achievements in making their step to be part of the law enforcement community. This is a time-honored tradition to recognize the sacrifice that it's taken to get to this point. Significant others, family, friends, and coworkers are vital to the success, health, and wellness of law enforcement officers. Representatives, please pin the Oakland County Sheriff's badge onto your deputy and congratulate them. All right, once you're done being pinned, if you could just take your seats again, that's fine. May I please have our command staff join us up front as we present the awards and recognize each graduating deputy individually. So the first awards that we like to give out are our Platoon Leader Awards. At the start of every academy, Deputy Babyak and I identify a couple people that we think have leadership or through the first week showed it. Sometimes these people last, sometimes they don't. But in this case, both deputies lasted the entire academy. So the first award for Platoon Leader goes to Deputy Ryan Eckert. The second platoon leader that we identified and excelled as well is Deputy John Mullins. Each academy, we recognize our top academic performer, and in this academy, it was Deputy Ryan Eckert. For our top gun, which is usually one of our more competitive awards, but through the range, our top gun for this academy was Deputy Kaylin Dolder. One thing that the Sheriff's Office prides itself on is our military veterans. In this class, we have 3 veterans of the armed forces, and we like to recognize them at Academy and allow them to wear their military service award. So the first veteran that we have of the Air Force is Deputy Jason Geldrich. Our next veteran is a veteran of the United States Army, Anthony Mattia. And finally, another veteran of the United States Air Force is Deputy John Mullins. Now we'll call up every deputy individually and recognize each one. So please line up. So first we have Deputy Anthony Bendelow. Deputy Brendan Biazza. Deputy Cody Bodway. Deputy Michael Kamajai. Deputy Kaylin Dolder. Deputy Ryan Eckert. Deputy Jason Geldrich. Deputy Eric LeDuc. Deputy Anthony Mattia. Deputy John Mullins. And Deputy Colin Shiroka. If we could give one final round of applause to all the graduating deputies. This concludes our graduation ceremony. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for showing up and showing their support. Class of 2022-5, I just want to wish you, on behalf of Deputy Babiak and I, the best of luck going forward. Don't be a stranger. Excel. Continue to push yourself. And we look forward to watching you grow at the Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
Everybody's welcome if you guys want to take advantage up front and around here to take pictures with your family. If you guys, now that you're pinned, want to do a real quick class photo. Lieutenant Sully, I'm going to do that for you guys.